Look at her. She's lifting weights.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care what you guys think. If you guys really want to burn me, go ahead and burn me.
We're trying to say no. Like, get you away from the burning.
Trying to save your ass right now. What are you doing?
Burning me? You're not going to, execute me first? Just burn me?
That's the method of the execution. The burning, you start with the burn, and the execution just kind of happens while you're burning.
That's not true. Have you guys ever heard of Malin Mattsdotter? There's not much known about the early life of Malin Mattsdotter. She was born in 1613, and history remembers her as a Swedish witch of Finnish descent. She married a man named Erik Nilsson, who manufactured nails and other metal products, and together they had 2 daughters, Anna and Maria.
Beautiful names.
Sadly, in 1668, her husband Erik was executed for having intercourse with a cow.
Whoa!
Buggery. Straight buggery.
Wait, against the cow's wishes?
I don't know if the cow gave consent.
Cow cannot give consent. Cow cannot give human consent. Cow can give cow consent.
The hell you say?
Dude.
Their eldest daughter, Anna, had been the one to report him. And she did so because the sisters had been brought home after having run away. And they ran away because of the beatings of their father, after which their father ordered their mother to beat them again.
Jesus Christ.
During the beating, Anna reportedly said to her father, "God knows mother beats, and you beat, and I shall no longer remain silent. Such a sin you have committed, all the time standing on a chair over a black cow like a rooster over a hen."
Oh! Burn. Dad burn.
As you can see,
Oh, word, Dad?
her daughters are pretty intense.
Mm-hmm.
Malin Mattsdotter remarried a man by the name of Anders Andersson. Her daughters left home again, stating the frequent arguments between her and her new spouse as the reason. In July of 1676, Malin Mattsdotter was reported for witchcraft by her 19-year-old daughter Maria. But in this case, there was no sorcery involved. Instead, her daughters charged that she abducted her own children and took them to the Witches' Sabbath of Satan in Blockula, a legendary meadow where the devil had held his earthly court during Witches' Sabbath.
Would this be the same thing as a mother bringing her offspring to church? But this was a church that was not universally agreed upon by the community. It was something that was nefarious and evil.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like a woods church.
I mean, basically,
If it was a thing.
a Sabbath is like kind of you're meeting in the middle of the woods or
Right.
a meadow to meet with the devil.
So-
It's usually like an annual
okay.
thing. Please note that in court she's referred to by the name as Rumper Malin, which the word Rumper, they're not really sure what that means, but it's similar to the term Rumpax, which means stupid. So they called her Rumper Malin, so maybe Joker Malin, stupid Malin.
The court recognizes stupid Malin.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks everyone.
Yeah.
Not a leading
This is
name
going
at all.
well.
Also, very bold to call a witch stupid. A supposed
right?
witch.
In court against guilty Steve.
She just stands up and she goes, "Judge, could I have that stricken from the record?"
Sure thing, stupid Malin.
Stenographer, could I have that? No, I can't.
She's doing the neck.
Stupid
Nah,
Malin says
Stupid
to strike
Malin.
this from the gun.
It's already happened. Maria's report stated, the true daughter of Rumper Malin, Maria, age 19, were called upon and confessed that she had the same night been abducted by Anne, wife of Staffan, to whom she had been lost at games by her mother. Last Easter evening, her mother allegedly said to her, "My daughter, do you wish to follow me and we will make people out of you?"
Make more than one?
Thereafter, she began to take her every night to Blockula, the second time upon a man. Confessed aside that her mother had always had a bad language, curse, and ugly words, particularly on great holy days.
She used a foul mouth. She had a mom with a foul mouth.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Stupid Malin. Stupid Malin. Her daughter Maria testified that Malin took both her and several other children to Satan in Blockula, and that Satan himself, quote-unquote, the mean one, appeared in court, long and black with horns, standing by her mother, holding her skirt, whispered in her ear, never to confess. Again, the Witches' Sabbath of Blockula is the meadow where they took children to meet with the devil.
How do you spell that?
Blockula.
Like a
Blockula.
block who drains the blood of other blocks.
So Maria was basically saying that the devil was in court, whispering in their ears, and whispering to Malin to confess. Malin was ordered by the court to fall on her knees and pray to be able to confess. And after having obeyed, her daughter stated that she could no longer see the devil.
Oh, well, interesting.
That was easy.
Convenient.
Very convenient. Maria's older daughter, Anna, supported her sister's testimony that their mother took them to Satan. The court asked Maria if she was trying to have her mother executed in order to inherit the house. So they were trying to call her out, like, are you just like doing this because you want her mom's house?
After this, or is that like not
Like,
a thing?
that's a totally different thing. We could go about this a different way.
Yeah. What would really suck is like they honestly didn't know, and they were like, wait, what's going on with the house?
Yeah.
It just comes up in court. Wait, you
whoa,
get the
whoa.
house?
You had it appraised? What is it? But Maria denied it. And strangely enough, Malin's husband is not mentioned much during the trial and was never called to testify. They only listened to the daughters. Malin was questioned regarding her religion. When asked to recite the creed, she answered that she did not know the Lord's Prayer. Needless to say, it was considered quite suspicious for a person accused of consorting with the devil to have difficulty reading and pronouncing words from the Holy Scripture.
How convenient.
I will say that she was Finnish, and they were giving her to
The
read
Swedish test?
Swedish, yes.
That's fucking rude.
Yeah.
So what would they would give her Finnish? Is it Finnish is the language?
I don't know if you would say, was it Finnish? Is that what they would
That was your
Finnish.
racist Swedish voice too, though. What's the difference between the Swedish and Finnish? Oh, there it was.
I'll let you finish.
Oh! Got him.
That was so good.
So what language did they give to her?
Swedish.
To read Swedish.
And she just happened to not know that.
She was stumbling over and she didn't really know it, and they handed it to her to read, and she
It's kind of like it might be like difference with Spanish and Portuguese. How
Correct.
They kind of cross over, but they can get really confusing.
Correct.
But they are both officially recognized as of right now, Finnish and Swedish. So
They
I
are
would recognize
distinct
them as-
languages, though. Two different ones. So the fact that
Recognized
she was
by
of
Finland.
Finnish descent
Yes.
would be of note, because then maybe she wasn't able to read the thing
Also, why they probably called her stupid.
Yeah.
because she couldn't read the bullshit
Yeah.
Swedish language.
Now who's racist against Swedes? Am I right?
I didn't do the voice.
Wow.
still racist.
Malin was sentenced to be burned alive because of her refusal to plead guilty, despite the torture she was exposed to.
Good for her.
Stick to your guns.
This caused a debate among the authorities, as this method of execution was very uncommon in Sweden. Though several crimes stated public burning, this actually meant that the condemned be executed and burned.
Jesus Christ.
Which
so
meant-
like shot at while they're on fire?
No,
Trying to-
killed, and then they just burn the body publicly.
So you don't have to go through the being burned alive part.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
Correct.
kill you
okay.
in a slightly less painful way.
Exactly.
gotcha.
So they were either decapitated or death by hanging.
Is this the part where I shouldn't say, man, what a humanitarian culture to kill you before they burn your body
Yeah,
publicly?
it's right neighborly. It's
There's a
right
little-
neighborly.
It's a little bit of like
I feel
I
like
mean,
it's
I
more
think-
personal. It's like I don't want to hear him scream all day. Like let's
really
just strangle
horrifying.
him first.
Yeah.
and
More
then-
about convenience. It's really,
Right. I want to see him burn. I just don't want to hear it.
Yeah, the sound is just like, it's unsettling.
If either of us were in this situation, I would want the bullet first before being
Oh,
burned.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Spoilers. It's the Mance Raider.
It's true. The method of burning The method of burning someone still alive is only known to have been used in the country a few times before, and the verdict was therefore controversial. One suggestion was that at the place of execution, she would be given a last chance to confess her sin. If she did so, she would be decapitated before she was burned.
Well, that's nice.
The clerical commissioner, Carolinus, stated in his vote that the honor of God was more important than Malin's personal experience of pain. She was instead to have a bag of gunpowder secured around her neck to make her death quicker.
Whoa!
okay.
So they light her up and goes, it's like 4th of July, man.
That's
Pretty insane.
Wow.
Yeah,
and
that's-
really irresponsible because you're going to get a lot of her on everybody at that point. You know, you're going to be spreading fire and flesh like all over the crowd. It's going to be like Gallagher in hell.
Yes.
well, I mean, they can always take measures to contain it, but yes,
in the
that's
hell.
Ponchos.
Ponchos.
Which ponchos?
they have
Get out your witch ponchos. It's gonna be
a messy
good
one. All right, that was fucked up.
So
I feel
they
bad about that
have
one.
a potential bullet, like tied around her neck as she is being set on fire.
Exactly. Like a charge, like a big bullet.
The execution was carried out in the square of Hotorget in Stockholm on the 5th of August, 1676. Malin Mattsdotter was described by witnesses as proud and firm, received the gunpowder with a smile, and climbed up the stake showing no fear.
Fuck yeah.
Talked calmly to the executioner and let him chain her by her hands and her feet without fighting back. She talked back to the priests with her head held high when they pleaded with her to acknowledge her sin. Standing at the stake, she once again stated her innocence. When one of her daughters, who were the ones who had accused her of witchcraft, called out from the audience for her to admit her crimes to save her soul, she gave her daughter into the hands of the devil and cursed her for eternity.
Ooh, yes.
After this, the fire was lit. And let it be known that she didn't even say goodbye to her daughters.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
She didn't
Fuck
shake
everything.
hands or hug them. She literally just stood up there, maintained her innocence, and was just lit up.
Wow.
And fucking burned to death, right?
Yes.
Yeah, burned for a little while and then went boom.
It is said that she died with no pain and without screaming. I mean, how could you if your head's just blown off?
Yeah, it's alright.
immediately?
You're not allowed to screaming when you have no head.
Which was taken as another proof of her guilt. As it was believed
Oh, she's got no head.
as it was believed that witches could not feel pain.
Ah.
That same year, so the 1676, a national witch hunt raged through Sweden, resulting in the establishment of witch commissions around the nation and execution of about 280 people accused of abducting children to the witches' Sabbath of Satan in Blockula, and often judged upon the testimonies of children.
Oh, that's always a good idea.
Disgusting little beasts.
Witch children.
Children in general.
That's right there
Nice,
with you.
nice.
Right there
Yeah.
with you.
In 1677, all the priests of the country were ordered to tell their congregations that the witches had now been expelled from the country forever to avoid further witch trials. This ended the Great Swedish Witch Hunt of 1668 through 76. Though there were accusations after this, few people were executed for sorcery after the year of 1676. The last execution for witchcraft took place in 1704 when Anna Eriksdotter was decapitated, the last person to be executed for sorcery in Sweden. So all I'm saying is, I'll go out in flames.
Pretty ballsy.
Yeah.